Welcome back to Temporal Directive, the Star Trek fan podcast rewatching the entire franchise in chronological order. I'm Gary.
And I'm Tom.
And this week we're watching Star Trek Enterprise's Demons and Terra Prime. Star Trek, the ultimate franchise. These are the podcasts of the Wakefield brothers. Their 16-year mission to watch every production, to seek out life lessons and new inspirations, to boldly watch like most fans have watched before. Hello, Thomas.
Hello.
How you
going?
doing?
Not bad. Not
We are
bad.
joined today by Faja.
Here
Jeff
I am,
is here. Hello,
out
hello.
of bed and wide awake.
Well, that's a positive. It is almost 10 a.m., so that's a good thing.
Nearly time to get up.
Nearly time to go to bed.
Yeah, I haven't been up that long, so
I've been up since 4, so
just long enough to get here.
Up since 4. What did you wet the bed?
Yeah. No, I'm always up at 4 o'clock, 4 or 5, somewhere between there.
Jesus.
Sounds like depression.
Do you remember him back in high school days when he just wouldn't get out of bed at all?
Isn't that most teenagers don't get out of bed?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know that many teenagers.
Fucking hell. Oh, yeah, I know so many. Anyway, what's been happening?
Not a lot. I finally went and saw Toy Story 5. Woo!
And I haven't
was-
seen it, so no spoilers, please.
Oh, man. Well, how can I talk about it?
You can talk about it without giving spoilers, like most people do.
Well, it was what I expected, so it wasn't fantastic, but it was still good.
Was it as good as 4?
No.
Okay.
No. It was a Toy Story movie that they went, we need to make another Toy Story movie.
That's
So
just
they've made another Toy Story movie.
It was a Jessie movie.
Yeah,
Right.
that too.
Okay, well, that's my least favorite character, so
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to it, but
Yeah.
I will probably go and watch it this weekend coming.
It's not a bad movie. It's the first one of the series that I've gone. They needed to make another Toy Story movie. They haven't come up with a nice story and gone, we're going to make that. They've just gone, we need to make Toy Story because we need money.
Well, I mean, poor Disney.
Yeah, I know. That's it. They're
Star
short
Wars hasn't been doing so well
Yeah.
lately, you know.
Yeah, people have been questioning Star Wars.
Maybe
Yeah.
they should do another Star Wars and that might make them some more
They
money.
tried.
Yeah.
They tried.
Yeah, well.
And it failed.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So, maybe Star Wars should just go away.
Good
Yeah.
Star Wars would be nice.
Well, I don't
that's,
think they
that's
know
true
how
of
to-
most franchises.
Yeah, and I don't think they know how to do that. Rogue One was the last good one.
Well, they could ring us up. We could give them some ideas. Well, you guys wouldn't. You'd give them some
Not for
bad
Sta-
ideas.
not for
probably.
Star Wars.
You'd go, oh, maybe you just should watch Star Trek and try and take some,
No. I know the Star Wars fans won't be able to keep up.
No, Star Wars fans wouldn't get it.
It's beyond their comprehension, let's be honest.
How rude.
Well, I went and saw Disclosure Day
Yeah, how was
Yeah, what
that?
was that?
yesterday. That was excellent.
Yeah?
It was excellent. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. I didn't know what it was going to be like, but it's a Spielberg movie. It's like it's about aliens, but the aliens aren't really the focus.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like a chase movie, a conspiracy theory chase alien Spielberg vibe. So how can you go wrong, really?
Yeah, it sounds good. You see, now there's someone who hasn't failed over the years, Spielberg. I'm sure he's had failures.
I was going to say there's been a couple of duds, but mostly positive.
Mostly positive, yeah.
He's had a great career.
Yeah.
Well,
Paramount released another trailer for season 4 of Strange New Worlds,
Ooh.
which I'm guessing neither of you saw.
Nope.
There was some interesting moments in the trailer
Okay.
that make me go, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Like medieval fights, I could probably get behind.
Yeah.
Like sword fights.
That's very
I can probably
original series sort
deal
of
with
stuff.
that. Yeah. We know that the puppets are coming.
Woohoo!
They didn't have any more puppet
Oh.
things in the trailer, but I know they're coming. Dinosaurs, like they went face to face with a T-Rex,
Okay. That's
which makes me
unusual.
go,
Right.
And
Aren't they part of our, like, genetic history, dinosaurs? So,
didn't they escape and go to the Gamma Quadrant?
So why are they fighting with them?
It gets worse.
Okay.
There was a
God.
dragon in space.
A dragon.
A dragon
What kind of
breathing
dragon?
fire
Oh my god.
onto the Enterprise.
Okay. All right. Oh god.
And Star Wars is ridiculous. We keep saying.
There's a reason we're going. Oh crap.
Yeah, it's turning into Star Wars.
Yo,
There's no-
hear the panic in that voice. Then no, it was
I don't
great.
think Jar Jar Binks was a dragon.
No, that is true. But the producers and the cast and stuff are talking about season 4 getting back to like proper Star Trek storytelling, and then the trailer is like season 3 again. Like they did those big genre swings in season 3, and they were like, season 4 is less of that.
Yeah, okay.
It
But all
doesn't
they're
look like
showing
less
is
of that.
I mean, like, I suppose.
I mean, the original series
that's what I
had
was
that
gonna
giant
say.
green hand in space
That's
holding
what
the
I-
Enterprise.
That's exactly
and-
what I was going to say. The original series is quite like that. Like each episode is
And
quite
that-
out there.
that like cream puff thing that was eating ships.
Yeah, like there's a lot of craziness in the original series.
Yeah.
And if they're sort of getting closer to that original series, then it kind of makes sense that they're doing some weird and wacky stuff.
What about the sound of a tribble purr in the trailer?
Okay.
It sounded like a tribble.
Right. Well, they've already come across the tribbles, haven't they? A couple of times.
The short tracks did a tribble.
Oh, okay. Not the actual series. Okay. Well, then that's worrying.
And also not with the Enterprise.
Yeah, because the Enterprise didn't hit them until that guy comes on the ship.
And Uhura like,
Yeah,
What's that?
What's that? Yeah. So if she has anything to do with them, that's wrong straight up.
so yeah.
I hate when they do shit.
Well, even
like
when
that.
if they exist at this time,
That's-
Uhura would know what it was.
that
It's
is-
not like
that-
they don't talk.
That is like a Star Wars mistake because, like,
don't care.
R2D2 should have known who Yoda was, right? Like, this sort of stuff is
I
just.
don't know.
Isn't that right?
Ask Dad.
I'm talking to Dad. Like, so can't have your hero seeing tribbles and not knowing in the future.
That's right. Makes no sense.
Quiet over there, Dad. There's a.
I'm not going to start on that.
Every time you come on, it turns into a Star Wars bashing
It
episode.
does. I probably should. I'll back off.
I won't.
And yet I don't really hang shit on Star Trek because I don't mind it. So
I don't mind the original series to be the original
or any.
movies.
Actually, most things I like anyway. So
In non-Star Trek news, did you hear Doctor Who Christmas special got canned?
Yes, I did actually. Yes.
what happened with that?
Well, the Disney Plus didn't want to renew their deal, so they lost the Disney money, and the Christmas special got canned because the guy that was show running the last couple of seasons left, and so they're gonna put the show out to tender to try to find a new showrunner,
That sounds
production
bad
company
already.
and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah. So we'll
Well-
see what happens next with that. But
As far as I've been concerned, the last couple of years have been kind of shit anyway.
I didn't mind the last couple
like-
of years. I thought it was pretty good.
Don't I? Well, yeah. I didn't.
I enjoyed
It
it.
sort of went down as far as I was concerned. So I'm not too. Well, once they turned the Doctor into not a Time Lord, I was a bit like, okay, I'm done.
That was Jodie Whittaker, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, but I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm done. I actually really like Jodie Whittaker as a doctor.
She done a good job.
Yeah, she was fantastic. I just don't think they wrote the right stories for her. Like whoever was writing those stories were like writing shit to me. So as soon
I
as
never finished her run.
yeah,
Because when she regenerated into the new guy,
mm,
they were kind of saying this is going to be a reset of the show. Like
Yeah.
they even called it season 1. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll come back to it
yeah,
and just forget about the Jodie Whittaker era. Because I started Jodie Whittaker and I was like, well,
Yeah.
I'm not like she's really good, but I'm not really feeling the show.
The show,
I'm just
right?
might just skip this Doctor and
Yeah.
come back for the next one.
yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. And like they wrote some stuff that really pissed me off, like and took away a lot from what the Doctor was.
Anyway,
Mm.
we're not here to talk about Doctor
Well,
Who.
we should be.
Just a little. That's another podcast.
Yeah, but we both did notice that for two reasons. Like I noticed that online that there was a couple of things about that happening, but then it showed back up on BritBox, which means it went from Disney to BritBox. The Doctor Who,
Okay.
BritBox has got the whole full Doctor Who back on in there again.
yeah,
I didn't know it had been taken off.
it
was off.
Right.
for years.
Okay.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't think the TARDIS will be showing up at Disneyland anytime soon.
yeah.
Again. But that was cool that it was at Disneyland. Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
We got a TARDIS at home. Oh, we did have.
did have.
Did have.
It disappeared. What?
It'll come back in time.
Or in the future.
San Diego Comic-Con is coming up in about a month, and they release some badge art for their passes and stuff. And it's Strange New Worlds focused with a big Enterprise above the convention center, which is awesome that Star Trek's getting that kind of attention.
Yeah,
But it also has like sparked speculation that there's going to be some big Star Trek announcement or something
okay.
happened.
Yeah,
Because it is the 60th anniversary this year.
Is it a full size Enterprise, like 2 kilometers long?
No.
Oh,
No. And
so a scaled down one.
it's only an image. It's not an actual Enterprise above the convention center.
Oh.
It's just on the badges.
Okay.
But it is the 60th anniversary and nothing's really happening. There's no greenlit series. There's nothing in production. There's no movie in the pipeline. There's just no movement in the Star Trek production world at the moment. So we've got Strange New World Season 4 coming out. We've got Starfleet Academy Season 2 and Strange New Worlds Season 5 next year.
yeah,
But yeah, no, that's it. And they're both done.
yeah. That's it. They're both cancelled.
So it'd be nice if there is some announcement or like some sort of indication of what's going to happen in the future. Like
Yeah.
where's Star Trek heading? Because Paramount has said that they're keen to do some more Star Trek. They're just trying to rework it so that it integrates the movies and the TV series better so that it's not two separate productions anymore.
Yeah, yeah. Well, hopefully we get something.
Yeah, hopefully we hear something. And the San Diego Comic-Con is in July, so hopefully we'll get some news out of that.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about this episode. So we're watching 2 episodes today, and for Enterprise fans, you'll know that we are skipping In a Mirror Darkly, which aired just before these 2 episodes. That was a 2-part episode that is set in the Mirror universe, but takes place later chronologically. So, yeah, it'll make more sense once we get there.
Sure.
But we'll be watching that during the original series first season.
Yeah.
We're also going to skip the series final of Enterprise. These are the Voyagers, because that actually takes place as a holodeck program during the Next Gen episode, the Pegasus. So effectively, this is our series finale of Enterprise this week.
What a shame.
I'm sure you're
No,
devastated.
I'm just so hurt by it.
I'm sure you're so upset that this will be it for Enterprise for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the episodes we're watching today are Demons, written by Manny Kodo, directed by LeVar Burton, his 9th and final Enterprise episode, his 29th Star Trek directing job. The original air date for this episode was May the 6th, 2005. The second episode we're going to watch today is Terra Prime, story by Judith and Garfield Reeves Stevens with Andre Bormanis, written by, surprise, Judith and Garfield Reeves Stevens with Manny Koto.
Funnily enough.
Directed by Marvin V. Rush, who is mostly a cinematographer, but this is his second Enterprise episode directing and his fifth Star Trek episode overall. The air date for that episode was May 13th, 2005, and the IMDb synopsis reads, while attending a conference on a proposed interplanetary alliance, Trip and T'Pol find out from a dying woman that they have a baby. Investigation shows the woman was a member of the xenophobic organization Terra Prime. This episode guest stars Peter Weller, who was later in the Star Trek Into Darkness movie as the evil Admiral Section 31 guy.
Yeah.
And Harry Groner, I think that's how you pronounce his name, who was in TNG and Voyager, but a lot of people would know him as the mayor from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yeah.
Nice.
I wouldn't know him as that.
No, you would not know him as
you
that.
probably wouldn't know him at all.
Probably not.
No.
And yeah, Manny Koto, even before this episode aired, said that this Terra Prime was effectively the end of Enterprise because the last episode is more like an epilogue to this era of Star Trek rather than a finalization of the Enterprise story.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right.
Rightio.
Right.
Let's go watch them.
Okay.
Cool.
And we're back from watching Demons and Terra Prime. Well, folks, what did you think?
Yep. No, it was all right. It was a good enough sort of episode. It was all right. I mean, I really don't like Enterprise.
Really? I hadn't got that vibe over the last 2 years of doing this podcast with you.
They just fill it full of shit, don't they? Like they have some good stuff and then they just sort of try and do this other stuff amongst it that just makes it shit. Like, I couldn't give a crap about Travis and whatever the fuck was going on there. Like, it was pointless too. Like, there was absolutely no point to anything that happened with Travis. Like, because she got locked in a prison in the brig for the rest of the episode and nothing came of it anyway. Like, she made
Except she warned them that there was a saboteur on Enterprise, or told them there was a saboteur on Enterprise.
Which was unnecessary anyway. Like, they weren't... they figured that out because of the blown up thing on the ship later anyway. Like,
which he went looking for because she told him.
Well, he found it was weird that it happened.
Yes.
So then he went looking. So if she hadn't have said anything, it wouldn't have made any difference.
It might have made a difference.
I doubt it. If we had eliminated her, it wouldn't have made any difference.
I think the point was that the Terra Prime had infiltrated the Enterprise and that they wanted to have that in there somewhere.
So they made up a whole heap of boring crap that we didn't have to sit through.
I mean, it was terribly acted, but it was fine.
Terribly acted,
if it was anyone else,
couldn't care less.
If the acting was decent, it would have been fine.
Sure.
But, shows do this, Tom. I feel like you have your criticisms are about normal storytelling.
Well, it's possibly more to do with the fact that the acting is shit.
Yeah, I feel like that's where it is for you.
When you can't, lift up the crap, then it's just shit. And I don't want to watch just shit.
Well,
Well, no, you don't have to.
No, Enterprise
No,
is
I know,
over.
because we're moving
That's
on.
it.
I get it. Which I'm really happy about. Because even at the end when the captain's doing his speech, the mayor, that's what I'm calling him, the mayor, his speech was better. It was half the length and it was a nicer speech than what the captain got.
So if you had said, thanks everyone, and left at that, you'd be happy.
Yeah, pretty much.
You'd be like, yeah,
Well,
okay.
Because the
That was a great
captain's
speech.
speech.
Yeah, that's right.
The captain's speech was...
Cheers, everyone. Thanks a lot. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you. Bye. Bye. And you would have been happy with that.
Yeah, because he can't act. I just don't believe his speech. Didn't like it. And whereas the mayor was real emotional and liked it, it was a good speech. And then Archer done his afterwards, and I'm like, oof, you shouldn't have followed the mayor.
I don't like any speeches or summing up or anything
No.
on any of these shows.
No.
I think they're just like college students doing a talk at school.
Yeah,
That's how I feel.
I just,
That's a personal thing.
yeah, that's fair. I agree. I didn't like it. But anyway, the rest of the episode was all right. The action stuff was good. The whole racism stuff's really good to cover, especially at the pivotal point in the history of Star Trek. That was really good.
I think this is my favorite episode of Enterprise.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Your absolute favourite.
What's your favorite episode of Enterprise? Son? What's better than this? What is better than this in Enterprise?
Tom should have a favourite one.
Yeah, sure.
Tell
Yeah.
me. You tell me.
Other than the Dr. Phlox episode? Because the Dr. Phlox episode was quite good.
It was okay. Yeah, Dr. Phlox wandering around the ship. That's so much more riveting.
Yeah, it was. It was good.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good episode. I thought it was a really solid way to finish it because they had to finish it in a rush because they were in the middle of production on the last episode when they found out. So they had to sort of rush through to get an ending that was going to tie up Enterprise.
Yeah.
And for that, I think that this show, like, it was not a very big finish for a series,
No.
but for the type of stories that I think they would have led into, I think that was they were at least trying to address some of the things they wanted to address, like that xenophobia, racism kind of vibe. I think is absolutely pivotal to this series, and I think this was as solid an ending as we could expect from a rushed cancellation of a show.
Well, the ending was a move-on ending, really, wasn't it? We'll move on from here.
That's what Enterprise was always going to be, right?
Yeah.
Because it was always, it's a prequel series,
Yeah.
moving into the original series.
Yeah, exactly.
So it only had to leave it as, here we go, we're going onwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it had, but I think where its strength lies is saying, like, we need to overcome our differences. And that's the point of, that's one of the big things that Star Trek has always talked about.
Yeah.
And these two episodes highlight that in a really, like,
Direct way.
that is comparable to things that are happening on the planet now, not just like 20 years ago when it was made. Like, it's more relevant or just as relevant now. Like, we were joking that Terra Prime could be called One Nation. Like,
yeah, exactly.
this is the conversation that's happening now, and it's sad that 20 years later this is still as relevant as it is.
Yeah, and I would agree with that absolutely. Like, and that's what Star Trek should be.
Yeah,
Like, it should be that way, and it was done well. Like, I agree with that about the story in this is very well put together for that side of it, and that pivotal time in the Star Trek world is really good because Earth's going to join together with all these other species.
It's exactly what you would expect.
Exactly. There's going to be a certain side of humanity that's not going to like that, but we have to move on and so forth. And that, like, they did that well. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think for most shows, never get things exactly right. There's always things that you have to, like, forgive because it's storytelling. And I feel like you're less forgiving of Enterprise than you are for other shows.
Well, yeah, I may be, but that's because they haven't given me reason to.
I'm not saying that Enterprise doesn't have its problems. It absolutely has its problems.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like the whole Travis and the ex-girlfriend thing was not a big deal. It was it super relevant?
No.
Not really. Did it progress some of the plot? Yeah, it did, because she was originally thought to be a spy, and then she was actually Starfleet intelligence and, like, giving them information about the Saboteur and the Enterprise. Like, there was a reason she was there. It wasn't just fluff to give Travis something to do. There was a point to putting that in, which is better than just some of the other episodes we've seen where they're just like, hey, give this person something to do because I haven't had anything to say for like 4 weeks. So I think this was much better. And even Hoshi had a moment. She got to take control of the bridge and stand up against the minister, like,
Which was good.
yeah, she hasn't had a lot to do. So, like, giving everyone something to do and a bit of a pivotal part. And Hoshi's pretty much been ignored this season.
Yeah.
So at least she got to have a moment in command and stand up against someone in power.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, completely. That was a good moment.
And Phlox is always amazing. Like, Dr.
Yeah,
Phlox
that's right.
is incredible.
Yeah, he is. He's like he holds all of it on his
Yeah.
shoulders. Really,
He's pretty believable, isn't he?
he
Yeah.
is. He is
Yeah.
for a non-human. No.
But again, Enterprise has always been about the trilogy of characters. It's
Yeah.
Archer, Trip, and T'Pol. Like, it's always about those
Yeah,
three. And
absolutely.
this doesn't change that.
No.
But I just think it gave Archer a bigger platform. And I liked his speech at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was fine. Like, the Minister Samuels just sort of talked about the events of the episode, and Archer tried to, like, say, we've got 100 years of experience and we need to do better and let's move forward. Like,
Yeah. It's not that I don't agree with what he said or anything like that. I just don't believe Archer when he speaks.
Yeah.
Which
So
is
again,
where
it goes
my
back to
trouble is.
acting.
Yeah, it goes back to acting, and that's where I have the trouble with this show. Is that it's that I don't believe Archer when he's saying it, but I don't believe that he believes it. Like, I think he just says it because I'm the captain and I got to say a speech. You know what I mean? Like, I don't believe him.
I get it.
You know,
I get what you're saying.
I believe William Shatner.
I was just about to say, and yet you still think that this is the better way to act.
Yes, I do. Because that's how you would have done it back in the day to a certain degree. It's how Shatner done it.
It's
how he does it.
Not how anyone else acts. No one else is putting dramatic pauses in the middle of nothing.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Shatner and some people around in the original series can't act either. But Shatner's pretty good,
No one-
generally. Generally, for what
I
he
feel like I
has.
should censor that out.
There will be some misses.
You've committed a crime.
But overall,
You've
the
been
original series,
disrespectful.
for its time, because it was done at a different time, there's a lot more forgiving situations there.
Ah,
Yeah.
mm,
Whereas this, as we've said before, was in 2000 and what?
5,
Yeah.
21 years ago.
Yeah. Whereas the 60s was a lot longer ago.
Yeah, how long ago were the 60s, Dad?
Well, I was there.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't remember the 60s, and even if they were there, for many reasons.
But I do agree with the speech that he made.
Yes. Yeah, I wish they had have left that. I wish they'd have cut it so that was the last scene.
Yeah.
Instead of having the sick bay and the T'Pol's quarters scenes.
Moment. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish they had have re-edited so that was before the
Before that, and then the speech last. I agree.
The speech should have been last.
would have been a better send
I
off.
just don't like these speeches because, like I sort of get it. You don't have to put it into words and tell me it back because I really get it in the first place. That's the bit annoys me. I think, why are you putting the obvious things into words and as if it's a dramatic speech when we all know what happened?
Well,
In many things, it's like that, and I
agree that the minister was talking about what happened, but Archer was talking about like the history and where we're going, like trying to move forward.
move on to the future, and that was.
But
okay.
people talk about these speeches like these. That's not an unusual thing. If you listen to politicians or people in general, it's not just television. It's
and doesn't that annoy you?
I guess.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. I
I
mean,
guess.
it was needed for the end of the series, and I
Politicians
understand
talk.
I understand it in this context, but
Just wait.
sometimes it just annoys me that people make a big speech out of something, and you think, well, all that was obvious. Why are we putting into a speech that is meant to sound great when we already know what's going on?
Just wait until Dad watches some of the Academy and comes and does a podcast with us. Because pretty much every episode of the Academy series
Yeah,
is there a sum up from one of the students about what they learnt from that day's episode. Yeah.
Okay.
And Dad can't handle that. It's like, I guess I've learned that this, that, and the other, and or we're going to move on, and this is hard, and whatever else that just happened in that episode. It's
I'm
almost like a diary writing.
and I'm like, no shit, Sherlock. We just got all that whole concept before you started out on your speech.
Like a personal log.
Yeah, it's a person. That's what I've said. That's what I said to Dad every time. It's
Like
they're just doing their personal logs.
Captain's personal log.
Yeah.
Start date, blah, blah, blah.
Yes. Yeah.
Keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
It's personal.
Yeah. So, yeah, when Dad comes and does some podcasts with us about those episodes.
Well, I don't think he will now.
We just watched those. Why do we need to hear about it? That's kind of his reaction.
Why are we doing this
Everyone's
podcast then?
Everyone's annoyed by something.
What's this podcast for?
To hear
Just
about
watch it. You don't have to listen to us talk about it then.
it. Just delete that bit there again.
I'm sure you'll edit it to whatever you want.
Well, it was a good couple episodes. It really was. Like, there was a good pacing. There was a good, like, overall story arc to it. Like, the bad guy was really good. I've seen him in lots of other
Peter
stuff.
Weller.
Yeah,
he's excellent.
Yeah, he's fantastic. Like, he's really good. So like it was tense enough to keep you sort of entertained in that regard, and like taking over a laser
And put freaking laser on the Mars. We call it a Death Star.
all of that was good.
I thought the episode they were good. I thought.
Yeah, like overall,
They did have a bit of everything in there.
It was fine. Yeah, it was good. It was a good episode.
Yeah, it was good to watch.
Yeah, it just has flaws. It wouldn't be
Oh,
my
yeah. I
top
suppose
episode.
You could pick flaws in most things, but overall it was pretty good.
And so the first episode we watched was Demons, so part 1, and we saw Paxton, who ends up being the leader of Terra Prime,
Yeah.
talking about a baby that they've got in a status pod
Crib thing.
crib,
Yeah.
whatever. And they're talking about it not doing so well or whatever. And he's talking to a doctor, and then we see the baby, and it's a Vulcan baby from all appearances.
Yeah. Yep. Nothing special.
Nothing special. Just
What?
a Vulcan baby.
Just a fucking baby.
I haven't seen one of those before yet, but sure. Yeah, nothing special. And then we see Enterprise back on Earth because apparently they don't do any exploring anymore.
No. They
And
just-
also West Columbia.
yeah. Well, they're the ones that are actually doing the
I thought you were
exploring.
going to say she's with Magenta
Oh,
at Frankenfurter's castle.
I wasn't quick enough.
That's a jump to the left.
See, that was quick.
Oh, fucking hell. So Enterprise is back at Earth, and there is a big conference going on to basically start a coalition of planets, which would be eventually lead to the Federation. We know that, they don't know that.
Funnily enough.
But they're working on a coalition of planets. So there's a bunch of different aliens sitting around a table listening to the mayor from Buffy make a speech and talk about the importance of shit.
Yeah, and they all have universal translators on.
Thanks to Hoshi.
Yeah, so
Yep.
that's pretty cool. I did like that a lot. That was pretty awesome.
Yep. While they're all mingling around after the big speech and they're all talking, this woman comes up to T'Pol, who's been shot in the stomach,
Yeah.
and she says, "They're gonna kill her. Don't let them." And then she dies.
Yeah.
And she hands T'Pol a little vial that's got some hair in it. And so they go back to Enterprise. The hair is apparently from a bebe that
Funnily
is
enough.
a human Vulcan hybrid
Yeah.
Quite long hair.
with quite long hair. Yeah. And not only is it a human Vulcan hybrid, it is the offspring of Commander Tucker and Commander T'Pol. Boom, boom, boom. T'Pol's like,
I don't remember that night.
was that... Is that when I went to the monastery and I had to hide for a few months?
That's right. I did go back to home for a little while.
Yeah. No, but anyway, T'Pol says that she's never been pregnant, so Trip's a bit like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, there's a bit of distrust there.
A little bit of awkwardness.
Yeah, because they don't really know what happened. So then we go to the conference room, and Archer and the minister are talking about the baby, and the fact that it hasn't gone public yet, so no one knows that it's happening yet.
Yeah.
Because they're worried that kind of news might derail the conference that they have, because the minister tells Archer like there's a increase in xenophobic behavior and activity
Since the whole
since the
Xindi
Xindi
stuff.
attack, and it's
Yeah.
been getting worse and worse. And Archer's like, "What?
well, they
Surely it's just a minority." And he's
Yeah.
like, "Well, you've been away a while. It's actually bad."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he would have known a little bit about it because they had that whole kerfuffle.
Well, I think he says something about that. They had
Yeah.
the thing with Flux in San Francisco, but that was just like a small isolated incident. And I think that's what Archer was thinking was happening. There were just these
Yeah.
little incidents, and not like an organization that was actively working against
Against it.
Starfleet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Now, why didn't the mayor bring up the fact that there's a whole, like,
He's been promoted. He's a minister, Tom.
sorry, the minister. My bad. I'm going to keep doing it. Why didn't the minister say anything about, like, Terra Prime being basically on the moon at this stage?
I don't think he knew that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Because when they bring it up later, is it mentioned just as offhand? Is just a base of, like, basically that's the main hub of the Terra Prime people?
Oh, I don't remember hearing that. Maybe they did. I don't recall.
Did say there was a lot of
Yeah.
Terra Prime activity on the moon or something.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that doesn't mean they might not know where the central operation
No.
is. So
Mm.
True.
yeah. Because that later on, when Trip talks to that one guy that sort of recruits him into the
Yeah.
group, he's like, "I come up here because there's less aliens."
Mm.
Like, so maybe that's why they think there's an increase in activity and rhetoric up there, is because
Less likely.
racist people go up there so they don't have to be around aliens.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course that's going to breed more activity because they're putting themselves in that place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Anyway, Reed talks to
He's
his Section 31 contact that we've met before to try to get some information about the woman and where she come from.
to which he doesn't get anything really.
Well, they find out that she was a part of Terra Prime,
Yeah.
so they get that much. And that's about it.
Yeah.
That's about all the information that they get.
Yep.
Paxton is talking to the Doctor on his moon base. God, it sounds like Austin Powers, doesn't it?
It does.
The Doctor is the one who recruited the woman to work with the baby,
that
and
died and got.
then
yeah,
she's the one
connected.
that like leaked the DNA. So he's pissed off with the Doctor. Once the Doctor fucks off, he tells the guard to come in and basically says, "Go and kill that guy, please."
Yeah. They find him later on in a collapsed part of the mines on the
convenient cave-in.
moon. Yeah.
Yep. Archer tries to get some information from the minister, and he's reluctant to give him any information, doesn't want to pass over any of the investigation from this woman and Terra Prime until Archer's like, "Well, maybe you should help us, because otherwise we might have to tell people that you used to be a member of Terra Prime."
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, he explains why he was a member of Terra Prime when he was a kid, because his dad died, and he blamed a Genobulan and just blamed all of the aliens instead of just the one guy that caused an accident.
Yeah.
And then Travis hooks up with his ex-girlfriend, who's a reporter, because she wants to do a story on Enterprise and blah blah, boring.
Yeah.
He decides to take her on a tour of the ship.
Shows the shuttle, ends up banging her.
Paxton's got a boner for a World War III Hitler.
Yeah. Listening to the speech there.
Yeah.
About racism and how they need to be pure and all that crap.
And how they euthanized hundreds of thousands of people that had radiation damage.
Yeah. To stop suffering in the future.
Yeah. And that was the right thing to do, according to
Sure.
Paxton.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then once he's alone, he injects himself with some hypo spray.
Yeah. Which makes everybody go, what?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Because obviously he waited till he was alone to do it. So
Yeah.
obviously it's a secret.
Something going on.
Yep.
These bad guys are always hypocrites.
Always. With the autopsy of the woman, Susan, who gave T'Pol the vial of hair, they find that she had elevated levels of some drug that they use for zero gravity missions or places with no artificial gravity or low artificial gravity. So that's when they realized that she was probably on the moon and working at the moon base.
Yeah.
Orpheus is the name of the moon. Mine.
Morpheus?
Orpheus.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, my bad. It's a mining facility on Orpheus. Mining
Orpheus
Mining.
Mining.
Orpheus Mining.
Orpheus Mining. We are not watching The Matrix.
No.
Nor do we live in The Matrix.
You sure about
Well,
That's the reaction I was expecting.
basically, they went to infiltrate the mining thing to try and find out if they could get into the base and stop shit happening.
Yeah.
And then
So what do they
basically
do?
got captured.
Yeah, but they send Trip and T'Pol.
Yeah.
They send a Vulcan in to do it. And not only that, but the parents of the baby that they know is in there. So, like, not emotionally compromised at all. But let's send those two. Let's send those two in and see what happens. So send an alien into a xenophobic society and the two parents of the child that's in there. Because that's a good plan. Let's do that. So that's what they do. Yeah.
Yep.
Keep going, Dad.
Yeah. So obviously they're concerned about the baby and they're captured and they're put to work, or Travis is put to work to try and sort out some stuff, right?
Yeah, Trip's got to help.
Help with the TP operation.
With the, what do they call it? The Verteron ray.
Yeah.
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 Which is, like you
It
said,
sounds familiar.
a laser.
It's a laser beam. We're calling it a laser. So yeah, they get kidnapped and Trip is told to refine the array so that Paxton can use it as a weapon
Yeah.
because
he's
he
threatened
threatens Earth and tells all the aliens to leave the system or he's going to destroy Starfleet Command. But the Verteron array he's got now is to, it's, what did he say? He needs a scalpel, not a bludgeon.
Yeah.
So Trip needs to refine it so that they can be more direct targeting rather than
Yeah, because he'll
wipe
take
out
out
San Francisco.
Yeah, he'll take out most of San Francisco at
Yeah.
the moment, but he wants to just take out Starfleet.
Yeah. So he goes on a few different rants about, you know,
How
racism and how
and-
awesome it is.
Yeah, that's it. How you should understand and how we're blah 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 and humans are superior and fucking blah blah blah.
And back on Enterprise, Hoshi's doing an investigation because some of the universal translators aren't working, and she picks up that the reporter that Travis has been hooking up with is actually using the universal translators to spy on the delegates. So then they do some investigating on her and find out that she's a member of Terra Prime and she's actually working for Paxton, so she gets arrested. That's when Paxton whiffs off from the moon
Yeah,
and goes to Mars and sets up at the Mars colony, Utopia, and taps into the Verteron array. And then that's when he sends out the threatening message to the Earth solar system and everyone around.
Yeah.
And that's the end of that episode.
Yeah.
To be continued.
yep.
So then we went to episode 2, Terra Prime, which starts with the rest of Paxton's threat about not wanting to kill everyone, but he will. He's blah, blah, blah. Tries to block the transmission, all that sort of stuff. Doesn't work.
Yeah,
They head towards Mars and they get detected because they follow him to Mars and they get detected and the users of a laser on the ship.
Yes, that's right.
Then they run away.
Yep.
Oh,
And they only
they
use
did
like
get
2% of
they
the.
did get hit.
They
Power.
could have got vaporized, but he just give us a warning
Yeah.
shot,
Yeah.
so we're out of here.
Yep. So they fly off. Back on Earth, there starts to be demonstrations outside the embassies. We don't see that, but the Vulcan and Andorian ambassadors are talking to Minister Samuels, or the mayor, as Tom calls him, about how there's massive demonstrations of Terra Prime people outside of their embassies on Earth. So the Andorians are like, maybe Earth shouldn't be doing this. Maybe they're not ready for this.
Yeah,
Yeah, then the minister is telling Archer that he should go up to Mars and destroy the place. And he's like, nope, I don't want to do that. We got to try to save people. which is much more Starfleet. It's not Star Wars here. We don't just go shooting people.
Well, it's very unlike Archer. Archer's like, well, we're going to do what we're going to do. When we're in the
Well,
Expanse.
I was going to say when he's in the Expanse,
Yeah.
he's like that.
when we're
Absolutely.
in the Expanse, we do what we got to do.
Yeah.
So they work out a plan.
Yeah, where they follow a comet.
In the meantime, Travis goes back to the cell and says,
What did you do?
she says,
She's-
but I'm not a
Not a bad
TP
guy.
supporter. I'm actually a
Starfleet
Yeah.
intelligence officer.
agent.
Which he's like,
And
bullshit.
Travis is like, yeah, whatever.
You'd learn to be out of your cell. You'd be doing all this other stuff. She's like, then the bad guys would know who I am. And it's like, well, yeah, but then it doesn't matter, right? But
Sounds
anyway.
good.
Well,
Say what
yeah.
you want. I'm out of here. Leave you there. Bye.
But the point that she's trying to make is that if you're going after Paxton and the spy on Enterprise might have told Paxton exactly what your plan is.
So
So-
he'll be ready for you.
Yeah, that's right. So just be careful, basically, because you've got a spy on board.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the meantime, Paxton and T'Pol are talking about evolution and change and all that sort of crap, which isn't that exciting, but
No.
is relevant to the story. But
Well,
you know, not relevant
like
to us.
humans
talking about
or whatever, they all change over time. Like, can't hold it back, really.
it. Yep.
So if that guy in Enterprise
Hmm.
decided that he knew what the plan was and sabotaged the shuttle,
Mm.
then he could have told Paxton what was going on at that stage, and Paxton could have blown out the comet and everything as well. So why didn't you do that?
Because he obviously hadn't told Paxton.
Why?
'Cause he just
He
sabotaged
might not have
the
been able
shuttle.
to get a message
Message
out.
through.
Oh, right, okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So he done the only thing he could do, which was
sabotage
the shuttle.
sabotage the mission.
Good theory.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They tried. So they follow the comet in the shuttle, but yeah, like we were just saying, the shuttle's been sabotaged, so it doesn't really go according to plan. But they do get down to the planet undetected, and they break into the Mars facility. And
Meanwhile, Trip has sabotaged the
array, and he's also broken out of his cell.
Yeah.
And T'Pol's tried to have a bonding moment with the baby. But uses her scanner to scan Paxton at the same time because she's got a medical tricorder. T'Pol gets hauled into Paxton's office and she demands to go to the
Yeah.
hospital because the baby is not well. And she also demands some privacy with Paxton because he says, I keep no secrets from my man. And she says, you and I both know that's not true. So he kicks everyone out, and so it's just the two of them. And she says that I know that you have this disease and you've been getting Rigelian gene therapy. So you've been using alien technology and alien knowledge
Yeah.
to keep yourself alive and functioning.
Yeah.
So you're a terrorist and a hypocrite.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Completely.
So then he goes on a rant about why that's not such a big deal because, he has to justify things in his head somehow.
Yeah, that's right. He
So-
needs to be there to be able to better things, which means he needs to do what he has to, which is the wrong thing, but that doesn't matter because he needs to be there.
Yep. He says, I'm not the first significant leader who failed to measure up to his own ideal.
Yeah.
And she says, you're not significant. Yeah.
Let history decide that.
Yeah. This is where Hoshi's got the bridge and they're getting down to the last 2 minutes of his deadline, and it's going to take a couple of minutes for the array to warm up. So the minister is telling Hoshi to fire, and Hoshi's like, I'm not going to do it until the absolute last second that I have to because I trust that Archer's going to get in and save the day,
Yeah.
which he does. And there's a fight,
Yeah.
and
So
Archer
they-
wins
well,
because it's the Enterprise.
Yeah.
The laser must work on a valve system where it needs to warm up for a while before it fires.
Yep.
Yeah, all the valves have to operate, and then bang.
I mean, technically, she didn't succeed in her mission because the weapon did fire.
The weapon did fire.
So she didn't blow it up before it fired.
No, but she
Yeah, she got communication.
got communication from Archer who said, stand down, we've
Yes.
got this, we're
And-
in the control room.
And then the power went away from the control room. So
Yeah.
she saw it was deactivating, but then it come back online.
Yes.
So at that point, she should have at least tried the radio and say, Captain, what's happening?
Yes.
But she didn't.
No.
And then she should have blown it up,
Yes.
especially when it started firing.
Yes.
But Tom wanted
Well,
to
too late once it started firing.
Tom wanted to shortcut all that because he said they should have run in and just shot everybody in that control center straight up, and then it'd be the end of the show.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what should have happened. They ran in with all their weapons pointing at everyone, stun the fuckers, and then you're done. What are you letting him talk for? You stun him, let him talk later when he's locked up in a room.
I was like, I've got a gun in my room.
That's it. I've got a gun in my room. Bang, dead, done.
There's a reason that Austin Powers thing is funny is because every show does it.
Exactly.
Every show, including Enterprise.
How could we have all that suspense afterwards
Exactly.
if you had done that?
How can they fight if you just go in there and stun them?
It's just
like, no.
Makes no sense, Tom.
It's just the
Put them
weirdest
in
thing.
an
just
easily
ridiculous.
escapable situation.
And assume it all went to plan.
Yeah.
Anyway, Trip sabotages the weapon so that it actually fires into San Francisco Bay and not into the
Which would have
Starfleet
caused a bit
command.
of a tsunami, I think, but
Well, at least a bit of a
and
tidal
maybe
wave.
wash
yeah.
the whole place away. But
Yeah,
that
surfers
didn't happen.
Surfers would have loved it, but
Yeah, would have been fun. But yeah, it's a big bay. I'm sure it would be fine.
Okay. Well, you've been there. We haven't.
Yeah, that's true. They fight. He gets stopped. They take him into custody, and then they head back to Earth. The baby is not going to survive. Dr. Flock says that human and Vulcan DNA is not compatible, and they name the baby Elizabeth after Trip's dead sister who died in the Xindi attacks. They try to figure out who the saboteur is on on Enterprise after they do the inspection of the shuttle.
Yeah.
And it appears that it's going to be Kelby, the engineer that was meant to replace Trip when he moved to Columbia for the half a second that he was there.
Yeah.
And he says, "Yeah, that's my signature, but I haven't been on shuttlecraft maintenance since Trip got back."
Yeah.
So they say it was Ensign Massaro, whoever the fuck that is.
No fucking idea.
And then they
A
try
red
to
shirt.
Red, yeah, that's right. And then they try to find him because they think that if he's on the ship, he's probably going to go after Minister Samuels to stop the conference from going ahead.
Yeah.
So they rush to try to find him while also looking after Samuels. And then Archer gets in a turbo lift and is stopped by the ensign who has a gun pointed at him. And he says, I'm sorry, Captain. I have to do it. And Archer says, "Give me the gun. That's an order." "I can't, sir."
He's like,
Then he says, "Tell my parents
sorry.
I'm sorry," and then shoots himself in the head.
Yeah, didn't want to get anyone hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. That's why you joined a fucking organization that fucking doesn't want people and threatens them.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Then we have a scene in sickbay where Phlox is saying that he's done everything he could to try to save the baby, but it's just not going to happen. So it's quite sad because Phlox is such a good actor.
He is. He is.
Because he really says, like, he joined the crew for an interesting diversion for a few months, but it felt like instead of moving away from the complications of family, he just adopted a new family on the ship, and that it hurts as if it were his own child. Then we cut down to Starfleet Command, and then the conference is back on, and Minister Samuels does a bit of a speech about what's just happened in the last few weeks. Archer does a big speech about 100 years ago. There was one question that burned in every human. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm yawning again.
But it ends with, "The final frontier begins in this hole. Let's explore it together."
Yeah.
And everyone stands up and claps, and that should have been the end of the whole series, that scene. And then we go back to the Enterprise with Travis and that stupid bitch reporter girl. And they have a bit of a moment where she says, "I was just doing my job," and they want to use the transporter.
We'll never see her again. We'll never see him again. Let's move on.
Okay.
And
And
he
then
says, just get in the car.
Yeah.
and then into Paul's quarters, Trip comes in and they have a bit of a moment about going to have a service for Elizabeth. She was important. And then the last thing that happens is they correct themselves and say that human and Vulcan DNA is compatible. It was just the cloning process was just not done properly. So if a Vulcan and a human ever did decide to have a child, it'd probably be okay, and that's sort of comforting.
It was significant
Well, not really,
and essential
Yeah.
for the ongoing future of
That's
Star
right.
Trek.
Yeah.
We
Otherwise,
cannot have Spock
no.
Without that, yeah, that's it.
if Phlox hadn't have made that
Adjustment,
determination.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's Enterprise. Well,
Yeah.
mostly.
Yeah, except for the next episodes that we'll watch in the future.
Yes. What's the life lesson in this one, Tom?
Don't be a racist.
So
Like-
don't vote One Nation?
Yeah. Just don't be a racist. Like, no one is better than anyone else.
Diversity is a strength, not a threat.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hmm.
That's pretty much it in a nutshell. Just, like, get over yourself. No one's better.
Excellent.
My life lesson is always make sure you've got a screwdriver on the belt of your trousers so that you can get out of any prison that you're put in.
Look, I watched Batman a lot when I was a kid, so a utility belt is absolutely top priority
Yeah.
of anything.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And you guys know how I live. I got
Especially-
things. I got like I have like a utility belt pretty much everywhere I go.
In case you have to climb a building with Robin.
All right, let's talk IMDb ratings. Our examples of 1 episodes are Enterprise's Precious Cargo and Next Gen's Code of Honor. Examples of 10 episodes are Next Gen's Inner Light and Deep Space Nine's The Visitor. With those in mind, what are we going to rate Terra Prime and Demons?
Give it a solid 7.
7?
Yeah.
I think it's better than that. So I'll settle for an 8.
What else have we given an 8?
That whole Vulcan trilogy, The Forge, Awakening, Kershara,
Yeah.
they were all 8s.
And what have we given 7s? Or give me a couple of 7s.
We don't do 7s very often. The pregnancy one?
All right, let's give it an 8.
Yeah. Good idea. Let's go with an 8, shall we? So, let's talk averages for the series as a whole, shall we?
Yeah, right.
So, season 1, even though this isn't a complete season 4,
Yeah,
we'll go with it.
it's pretty much.
We'll pretend it's the end of
It
season
is
4.
pretty much the end of season 4.
It is as far as we're concerned.
I doubt I'm going to be giving anything a 10 in the next episode.
Season 1, we ended up giving an average of 5.7 for the year. Season 2 was a 5.2. Season 3 was a 5.1.
Okay.
And season 4 was a 5.5.
Wow, okay.
So we improved on last season,
Yeah.
which I feel is
Which
probably
is fair,
accurate.
yeah. Because, last season was a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the average for Enterprise overall as a whole show, our average score was 5.4.
Yeah.
So pretty mediocre.
Yeah, pretty in the center there.
Which is probably accurate.
That's what I would have expected, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, it's very hit and miss. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But okay, that's the end of Enterprise. This is the first time we finished a series. So
Yeah.
let's talk about what our favorite and least favorite parts of the show were.
I mean, I've had fun with how bad it is.
Yeah.
And it's funny because Scott Bakula, coming into this, I just really did
You
not
hated
like.
him.
I did not like Scott Bakula at all.
No.
Like,
And how do you feel now, Tom?
I think he's better than I thought he was.
Yeah.
Like he can be really good. There's a couple of moments throughout the series that he has surprised me, that he's really picked up his game where I'm like, okay, I get it. There's other times where I'm like, okay, this is why I don't like him.
Yeah. He's pretty inconsistent as an actor.
He is very inconsistent. So I would say my idea for him has shifted slightly. Like I don't dislike him as much. Now I would probably try something that is in, if that makes sense. Whereas
Yeah.
before I would see something had Scott Bakula in it and I'd be like, I'm not going to watch that. Whereas now I might be like, I'll give it a go because he might be good in it. You know, so my opinion has changed slightly.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, well, I think he was okay. I think he was pretty inconsistent.
Yeah.
But I think the show struggled with inconsistencies across the board. Like,
Yeah, it's not him.
it's not just him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the show's writing was really, like, the first 2 seasons were really copies of Next Gen and Deep Space Nine and Voyager. Like, it was just, we even had Ferengi and Borg, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Like, the first 2 seasons of the show were just like, let's just try to milk the franchise for some extra material.
Yeah.
Because we need to keep it going, because we need to make more money.
Yeah.
And season 3, when they tried to pivot to something a bit more serialized and a bit more serious and do the Xindi arc, I just don't think that was very successful.
No, I don't think they really knew what they were doing. Like,
No.
it didn't feel like they had a proper fluid idea of that.
No.
Yeah.
And then, and I think season 4 picked up again. I think getting a new showrunner and trying to pivot towards making a show that led into the original series was the right direction to go in.
Yeah.
So I think getting Manny Kodo in and showrunning in a different way and trying to pivot the story to a different ending or a different direction was exactly what the show should have been in the first place.
In the first place, exactly. If he had had more time, it probably would have been good. Like you're saying, if it had been the original idea, it would have been great.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we didn't get that.
Yeah. Agree.
Yeah. Like, if they had had a nice set plan of 5 years of heading towards the original series, would have been nice.
Well, even if they just had that idea of, like, let's do these mini stories, these mini arcs that are going to tell bigger stories as a, tapestry of the creation of the Federation rather than just, like...
Yeah.
Let's just chuck the Borg in and hope for the best.
Yeah, God.
Let's just put the Ferengi in and just not say that they're called Ferengi.
Yeah, that's right.
But that doesn't explain why we never see them again for 200 years.
Yeah, that's right.
The Enterprise hasn't gone that far out into the universe that they should be bumping into the Ferengi yet.
Exactly.
And if the Ferengi are that close to Earth, why did it take them 200 years to meet again?
Yeah.
Sorry. That was years ago. I don't know why I'm still complaining about it. Because I'm Tom.
Because
I'm turning into Tom.
No, it's because it's frustrating. It's because that kind of shit doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But back to the cast, I guess this show kind of copied the original series format of having a trilogy of characters that it focused on. So this one really was about Archer, T'Pol, and Troop, and everyone else was kind of like sidelined mostly.
Yeah, but I didn't feel like they planned on that. Like, if you watch the first season or the first, like, it seemed like they were trying to make a bigger cast.
Yeah.
And then they realized that wasn't working. Yeah. And then they fell into the ability of having those three be the more focused.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is good because the rest didn't really hold up their lines anyway.
Well, I think Hoshi would have been good.
Yeah.
I think, Linda Park would have done good with more.
And the Doctor.
And Dr. Phlox, who did get a fair bit of time. Like, he was probably the next character to get screen time after those other three. But, like, Reed and Travis didn't get much to do. Travis really got nothing really, until that last episode. Like, he was barely even in season 4, and same with Hoshi.
Yeah.
They both sort of got neglected in the last season.
They did, very
Reed
much so.
got a bit of stuff to do, but...
He did, but he's one of the most annoying characters I've ever come across in Star Trek. He is. He's really he's frustrating. Like, the personality he has that's written for him, not let alone the actor trying to pull it off. But he's just not a very good character.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's just all sorts of wrong.
Yeah. Another positive was Jeffrey Combs showed up a fair bit.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, we
there.
like him.
Yeah, can't go wrong there. No,
Yeah.
No. He always lifted up the episodes he was in, for sure.
Yeah. Faja, any Enterprise comments?
Not really. I didn't follow it all right through, did I?
Well, you fucking should have. You should have watched every episode that we talked about.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's listened.
I listened to them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I'd be more excited moving on to the future.
Yes, as are we.
All right. If they were going to do a season 5, what would you have liked to have seen?
I would have liked to have seen Archer become like a representative on Earth and get a new captain on the Enterprise. So then we can get a nice, enjoyable captain on the ship.
I would not be opposed to that if we also got Archer as a diplomat.
Yeah.
Because there's some rumors going around that Scott Bakula is going to come back for an Archer series
Yeah.
where he's the president of the Federation.
Yeah.
So it would be interesting to see Archer as a diplomat,
Especially now.
at this time period,
Yeah.
trying to navigate that politically. That would be interesting to see in contrast to the exploration. So
Yeah.
I think it would be, I actually agree with you.
Yeah.
That would be interesting, but not just to get him off the ship. But even if they did like a spin-off show and they
Yeah.
put him on his own show and then they kept doing Enterprise with another captain, I think that would have been really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's Picard's grandfather? That would be interesting.
Making wine in France.
It's all he did.
Sounds good to me.
Jean-Luc was, I think, the first one of his family to get out and join
into space.
Starfleet and get out of there.
That's why his brother was so angry.
Yeah.
Because he was always looking up in the stars instead of doing what he should be doing, which was
Getting drunk.
getting drunk with the wine.
But Picard came around in the end and started his own winery, so
That's correct.
He did at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no,
Shut
actually,
up, Picard.
he could barely do that. He still went out into fucking space. He only sat around for a while.
He tried.
As soon as he
He
had
tried to retire.
Yeah, as soon as he had
I
an
don't know,
excuse, though.
Has anyone cashed in on that label?
Yeah,
You can buy
them.
Chateau
You can buy
Picard
that'd be
wine.
right.
Yeah,
Good.
Yeah,
It would have had to have happened.
In fact, if I get this new job, I'm gonna buy because you can get them shipped, can't you, if you do it the right way? Yeah, so I agree. Like that's what I would want, like something like that. And because as much as I like Deep Space, I like Deep Space Nine as well, mostly because of the political stuff as well, and they could do that quite well.
Yeah.
So it would be nice to see Captain Archer a more political role, as long as we've still got an Enterprise story as well with a new captain and
Yeah,
everything,
that
to
would've
see the
been cool.
progression of that, which would be cool. And if they do, as much as I don't like Scott Bakula that much, if they do that series after getting to this point that we've watched, with what the world is today, a series that has him trying to navigate that area of politics would be pretty good.
As a president of the Federation.
A president of the Federation in that time period, in contrast to where we are in humanity now, would be an interesting series to watch.
Yeah, I agree.
So I would not be opposed to that at all. Like
Yeah.
that would actually be quite a good series to watch now.
Yeah.
And Scott Bakula's older now and hopefully a better actor.
Yeah.
So that would actually be a good series, I would imagine. Because they do TV a lot differently to back then too. So I think it would be quite a good series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen more of what we saw in season 4, more lead into the original series. Maybe
Yeah.
tease some of the aliens that we've seen. Maybe get some more Klingons in. Like, yeah, all sorts of things they could have done.
Yeah. There's a lot there to play with. Yeah. And we
Anyway,
don't-
anything else?
not really. I mean,
Okay.
I think it's pretty, overall, we gave it a mid-range. I think that's pretty reasonable for what it was. I mean, it's Star Trek, so, I mean, the history of what it created is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That'll do us then.
Cool.
That's it for this week. If you want to join the conversation and tell us what you thought of this episode or Star Trek Enterprise or just Star Trek in general, please get in touch and do so. You can find us on Facebook at Temporal Directive Podcast and on Instagram, just Temporal Directive, or you can email us at wakefield_productions@outlook.com. Well, we're out of the Enterprise era, and next week we'll be watching 3 episodes of Star Trek short treks.
Yeah.
We'll be watching The Brightest Star, The Girl Who Made the Stars, and Q&A.
Right.
Live long and prosper.
Peace and long life.
Bye, humans.